Welcome back to Algebra 1, Chapter 3, Section 6, Solving Decimal Equations. So, what we're talking about, we've been learning how to solve for x by doing the opposite, asking ourselves why is x not alone, and doing the opposite. But what about if it's got a decimal? Okay, so there's something that is math etiquette. I know it's weird, but it's true. So it is considered bad math etiquette if you're giving a problem with fractions to write the answer in decimal. And this is why. This fraction, we can say this is what x equals. X equals 2/3. It exactly equals that. If we do 2/3 on our calculator, it says 0.6666667, and that last 7 is where the 6 that was there got rounded up one, because 6 rounds would round up the last digit to 7. Which of these is more correct? This one, because this is a rounded answer. X equals this. X is only approximately equal to that. We had to round. So, but you're allowed to do this if they tell you round your answer to 3 decimal places. Then you're supposed to do it on your calculator and write down the decimal and round. Or if you're given decimals in the problem, then you're allowed to have decimals in the answer. Okay? It's just a little math etiquette thing that's based on correctness. Now here's another thing. This is taught wrong unless they've changed it in Abeka. So my kids did Abeka homeschool math, and they taught rounding. And so like if you were going to round this, how they taught it is you start here. And 4 is less than 5, so it leaves 9 alone. 9 is more than 5, so it would round the 7 up to an 8. The 8 would round the 6 up to a 7. The 7 would round the 1 up to a 2. The 2 would leave the 2 alone, and the 3 would be left alone. So the answer would be 14.3. Now, in reality, you don't do that. In reality, if you're rounding to here, these numbers are too small and not powerful enough to have any impact on that. So if you're rounding to here, you only look at the answer that is right next to it. Now, once you get to chemistry and physics, you're going to learn about something called significant figures or significant digits, or as we nerds call it, sig figs or sig digs. And it teaches you really intricate rules for rounding. But for now, this is all you need to know, is that if they tell you to round to a certain decimal, you only look at the answer next to it. Don't use decimals unless they give it to you in the problem or they tell you. All right, so how do we solve for x? By doing the opposite. Why is x not alone? It's being multiplied by 3. So what's the opposite of multiplied by 3? Divided by 3. What we do to one side, we do to the other. These cancel out and you bring down what you didn't mess with. If it is a decimal problem, it's a calculator problem. So we're going to put in our calculator 12.89 divided by 3, and we get 4.29666667. Okay, and this was rounded to 2 places, so we're going to round our answer to 2 places. 4.296. Well, if we're going to go to 2 places, this would round this up, which would round that up. So I'm going to put it as 4.30. Okay, let's try this one. Why is x not alone? It's being multiplied by a negative 38 and it has a minus 39. We work from what's further away to what's closer, so we're getting rid of the minus 39 first. The opposite of minus 39 is plus 39. What you do to one side, you do to the other. When you do this plussing, do not write a line there, because lines mean divide. They're fraction bars. Just do it without one. So 8 and 9 is 7, 3, 4, 5. Bring down what we didn't mess with. Alright? Why is x not alone? It's being multiplied by a negative 38, so we're going to divide by a negative 38. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So 157 divided by negative 38 equals negative 4.131578 . So we're going to round it to, do they tell us how many they want us to round it to? 2 decimal places. So it is negative 4.1315. We want to go to 2 decimal places. We just look at this one. It's not power, it's less than 5, so it doesn't change the 3. So now we say x is approximately equal to, because we rounded, to negative 4.13. Ta-da! All right, let's do this one. Now, your book has a thing where you can multiply it all by variables of 10, multiples of 10, but no need to do that. We're using calculators. We paid a lot of money for these calculators. We don't need to do that. We'll just use them. All right, so why is this ugly? We got x's on both sides, so what do we need to do? Gather up your terms, 2 on each side. Okay, and this one's smaller than that way, and so I'm going this way. Minus 0.23x minus 0.23x. Those cancel out. I'm doing it on my calculator. So I'm going to say 3.58 minus 0.23 equals 3.35x, don't forget your x, minus 37.4 equals 8.32. Why is x on a line? It's being multiplied by 3.35 and minus 37.4. We work from what's further away to what's closer, so we add 37.4 to both sides. So I can do 37.4 plus 8.32 equals 3.35x equals 45.72. I'm putting everything to the end. I'll round at the end. Why is x on a line? It's being multiplied by 3.35, so I divide both sides by 3.35. Those cancel out. I've already got the 45.72 on my calculator. I can just hit divide and it says answer divide. I don't have to retype it. 3.35, and the answer x is approximately equal to 13.65. 7 rounds to 5, it rounds it up. Okay, this one. Okay, why is x on a line? Well, first it's ugly. So 30.4 is less than 7.2, so I'm going that way. Now, if you decide to go the other way, you'll still get the same answer. It just might have more steps. Okay, bring down what you don't mess with. So this is 7, 8, 9. Negative 10.6x equals negative 49.5. Why is x on a line? It's got a 4.5 and it's got negative 10.6. Very important. This negative goes with the 10.6, not the 4.5. So this is a positive 4.5, and the opposite is minus 4.5. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Those cancel out. So negative 10.6x equals 5 and 5 is 10, carry the 1, 14, 5, and I think that's right. Negative 54.0. We'll cheat and look and see. Yes, it is. Why is x on a line? It's being multiplied by a negative 10.6. The opposite is divide by negative 10.6. And you know I'm doing this real fast. The more you do this, the faster you'll get to. Don't be intimidated that I can do it faster than you. All right, so now we're using our calculator. Negative 54 divided by 10.6 equals, 2 negatives make a positive, 5.10 approximately. Yep, that's what they got. All right, so that is how you do problems that have decimals in them. Not really harder. The last problem in your book is a word problem, but you can take a look at it, make sure you understand it. But we're not going to be doing ones that hard yet, not until, because you have not learned about percents yet, and so we're not going to do it until I teach you percent. So take a look at it. If you understand it, great. If you don't, that's great too. It doesn't matter. All right, so math is fun. See you next section.